Anyway, guys. Stand by. Ready. Ready. Gimana? We're back in business. Standing by. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Looks like we just had our first attack electronically. You can see the phones are on. But this phone was shut down because we are recording on this side. Okay, the phone has been shut down. Nothing wrong with this phone. But the phone was shut on this side. So we're gonna find out why very shortly. Let's see if that's the case or not. It is 6:57 a.m. Wednesday, July 1st, guys. July 1st. Okay. Let's see if we can get the ball rolling. There we go. Nothing wrong with the phone. You can clearly see that it was shut down. And obviously they are responding electronically. And this is how they're carrying on this murder plot electronically on my life. Obviously, they are making their moves, exiting and entering next door 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois 60204. This is our first phone attack this month, July 1st, guys. We're off to a good start. And obviously, this is a high-tech surveillance monitor, military-grade technology, Army apparatus tracking signal scanner device that's able to shut down any electrical source outlet. Can shut down any power source. See that? Any electrical devices. See that? Subscribe to YouTube channel. Tech Ingredients, equal exposure from microwave oven, x-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line. Yes, I am a victim of electronic harassment since 2003. So you can imagine the traumatic effects on the body and the brain. Bone cancer, tumors of the brain aneurysm, blood clot, silent incoherent victims, nursing home final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place. Okay? Organized crime family process. So please subscribe to YouTube channel Tech Ingredients, detailed information, scientific facts of electronic harassment. And obviously, this is unsolved murder cases of identity theft, Medicaid, secondary health issues of radiation levels. Now, you want to get rid of somebody? Sure enough, all you have to do is attack them electronically. But how do you get away with the murder of long-term electronic harassment? Well, it's right here. Let's follow exactly how Tennessee Cicero officials are working on that, specifically categorized as state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. Here we go. So we do have the female 5139 with the pink seats. You can clearly see that, the pink seats right there, okay? Now, she's been instructed to park in front to provoke a confrontation, okay? Obviously, it's a female, so the female role-playing is to interact with me and call 911. I am harassing her. Police officers in the area, in my case, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, waiting, standing by, set up traps, false police reports. Get it? So there you go. And documentation of mental health issue illness, because I had complied and responded to the bright light harassment by covering up all the windows. So all this is working in process. Okay, this is the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment. Right behind her, this is 5139, female, utilizing an Amazon work uniform for delivery purposes of narcotics. Okay. Behind her, once again, 5139, brother and sister, gunshot through the front window of the basement. Trap house. Okay, 5139, trap house. 5135, Homer Martinez's son, also a trap house in the basement. Okay. The vehicle in front is a bait vehicle that does not live here, well documented living on the other side of the block. Okay, this is a bait vehicle used periodically. A young adult basically being lured by money, of course. And right behind him is the female 5130. A little community gang stalking. Right behind that, this is the female 5130. 5130, no address identification, right here. Or work permit, even though the individuals continue arriving in the white utility work van, long distance delivery of narcotics, Hawthorne track race horses. Okay? Okay, we do have Homeowner Martinez white. Oh, there we go. So we do have the police officer in the area. So obviously, everything is working accordingly to the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment. This is for entrapment purposes, and clearly this police officer is involved in criminal activity of this sort. That's why it is categorized as state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. 7:03 a.m., 7:03 a.m., Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. And we're off to a new start. And our first attack electronically. There we go again. So the phone has attacked again, obviously, to avoid recording the police officer passing by. See how that works? So the attack just happened to avoid recording the police officer passing by, obviously waiting in the corner for instructions given. Okay, 7:04 a.m. And we're still waiting. Still waiting. Okay. Once again, nothing wrong with the phone. You can clearly see. We got it back on again. Okay. So it was shut down. Same time frame as a police officer passing by. Okay. So this is not by coincidence, not by accident. Now, why is the police officer passing by? Well, obviously, plenty of second character witnesses, and this is a planned attack right here. You can clearly see that right there with the female involved that clearly doesn't live here. She lives over there at 513. And we have Department of Public Works right there as well. So this is Thomas City officials being deployed. Department of Public Works has been deployed. And back that way, we were able to see Homeowner Martinez white four-door Jeep as well. You can see the white four-door Jeep being hidden away from camera view. That is Homeowner Martinez's son. A sudden gain in wealth overnight. Obviously, the four-door Jeep, white. And this is part of paid incentives, home improvement, family vacation, and new vehicles. I do not see the gray four-door truck. Obviously, he has left earlier. The parking space is empty there. So, 5132 serving customers at an indoor-outdoor recreational facility golf course. You can see the parking space is empty. Okay. Now, once again, if you want to get rid of somebody, you attack them electronically. If you want to get away with the murder, just follow how Thomas City officials are going about it as far as getting rid of me, okay, electronically. You can clearly see plenty of second character witnesses, and yes, I have complied as far as covering up the windows and the bright light harassment, okay? So you can see that they have altered their window. The window has been altered, no longer with the gap it used to have before, to avoid any association or wrongdoing or blame. See that? This is called making sure there's no loose ends. See that? So they have responded, but they did leave a gap for the bright light harassment right there, and the other window continues to be the same. Okay? The other window hasn't been changed, but this one has been altered. Okay? All right, so there you have it. The phone was attacked twice right before your eyes, and there you go. Now, I was also attacked while grocery shopping at this location, and we do have the police officers entering and exiting from across the street from this location, Cermak Produce. This is Aldi's, of course, and the police officers on video. In my case, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, waiting, standing by, set up traps, false police reports, and arrests. Now, the electronic harassment, of course, is to manipulate the victim to respond, to provoke movement reaction response, yelling, running out of control, kicking, screaming, public outbursts, surprise advantage once I approach the window, or in public, the police officers are standing by to see if I respond. Now, in this video, on this date, you will see the police officers driving around in circles while I'm in the middle with my shopping cart. Flashing lights and sirens. No, non-emergency, of course. It is social acting. And we also caught them blocking a street as catfish. And we were able to capture the police officer removing an orange cone. Obviously, I couldn't stay longer because it was hot and I had a lot of dairy products. And I spent a lot of money on my food, okay? And I'm also cooking, okay? So that's it. We were able to capture the police officer. Obviously, I have responded. And this is called the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment, state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. This is the signal that the police officers were waiting for once I responded by covering up the windows. We can go back to May 1st, 2026, Friday. Okay, May 1st, 2026, Friday at 6:17 p.m. The police officers were deployed here at my address, and we also have a police report. Now we can go back to also February 27th, 2026, Friday as well, at 3 p.m. And February 27th, 2026, Friday, a U.S. Marshal was involved in the same scenario for entrapment purposes. Same scenario. So, May 1st, 2026, Friday at 6:17 p.m. and February 27th, 2026, Friday as well at 3 p.m. Okay? So, once again, this is a disregard for public safety and a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds, once again. I filed a petition with a tax preparer incriminating our current mayor of this criminal offense. June 10th, 2026, Wednesday. Once again, I filed a petition with a tax preparer incriminating our current mayor of this criminal offense of a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds based on those dates, okay? And obviously, it continues on a daily basis. June 10th, 2026, Wednesday. And we are at, oh, look at that. So we do have the gray Mustang driving slowly, of course. This is social acting. Bait, focus, follow, attention span, social acting. You can see the game is in rotation, plenty of second character witnesses, and the female has been instructed to park here for entrapment purposes. And this is what they're waiting for. Each time I go outside and feed the birds. Okay, so this is for entrapment purposes, and obviously plenty of second character witnesses in the area. So, we just saw this individual pass by and obviously was instructed to do so. At 7:11 a.m. Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. Okay, so, I feel that Thomas Cicero officials and our current mayor, Larry Dominic, should be held responsible or at least partially for the young teen's death, Morton High School student that was gunned down just feet away from the high school. That's right. Why? Well, look at the videos and you will see for yourself why so much time, effort, law enforcement, and strategizing is being placed on me to stop our surveillance of trafficking, distribution, and packaging of narcotics involving children, and long transportation of narcotics as far as Hawthorne track race horses, animal abuse. Okay, I went to Hawthorne track race horses. Walmart is right next door, and sure enough, the police officer, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, showed up at the bus stop. Okay? Once again, this is attacking the victim's psyche. Now, I did follow the bagman, one of our main characters that's usually walking underneath my window, and I did follow him to the drop-off location. But the next day, I went again, and obviously the police officers were there present. Now, you guys can do the same. You guys can leave your recording devices in a bag and just walk away and retrieve it later. You can record these police officers interacting with second character witnesses. Okay, this is a federal case, and my ex-wife will be leaving to Mexico soon for retirement reasons. Okay, so for now, we're just trying the best we can. And obviously, Thomas Cicero officials are desperately working around the clock, attacking me, psychologically, of course. And we are waiting. And yes, they are listening to me because it's very quiet. So far, so good. Now, let's go back to the dollar store owner. Transferring the title over to a family member. The reason? Well, to avoid the paper trail of the IRS. Okay? I saw them gaining wealth as well. Okay? The dollar store owner simply being instructed to move from here, 24th and Laramie, to 54 and Cermak. Okay? Just a block away, next to the Transit Authority, pink line. And to avoid any association or blame, if something happens to me physically, as you can just see right there, while feeding the birds, or if something happens to me electronically, most likely from long term since 2003. So, you want to get rid of somebody, you attack the brain electronically, and obviously, just follow how Thomas Cicero officials are making sure there's no loose ends. That's the reason why we have the mob, Board of Education, District 99, male and female involved, to cover up any paperwork. That's right. And we also have the mob plan hits from time to time with second character witnesses among her co-workers and the maintenance worker and the security guard. No address identification, F5130. No work permit. And look at the difference. These individuals had to get a work permit, okay? These individuals here, they have a green work permit, and these individuals here, nothing. Nothing. So there's a quick comparison. When you are involved in criminal activity, obviously you don't have to worry about that. When you are involved in criminal activity, this female has been caught from time to time blocking the fire hydrant along with her husband, 5130, that continues hiding after February 27, 2026, a U.S. Marshal fake catch and release father and son. Okay? Obviously, her husband continues hiding to avoid incriminating the U.S. Marshal and our current mayor, Larry Dominic. All right, that's it for now. We were able to capture the phone being attacked twice, and we were able to capture the police officer clearly being instructed to simply drive by, attacking the victim's psyche. Now, all this that you are witnessing here, each one of these vehicles is involved in criminal activity of the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment. Such as Carlos and Letty, protein shake business, doing very well, drive-through. The customer simply honk the horn, and they drive and pick up the narcotics directly from the black door right there. Okay? Now, when I'm recording when they get word that I'm recording, well, the drive-through is simply altered toward the back alley by the dumpsters. See that? So they have two ways of serving customers, here or the back alley, as far as by the dumpsters. And that's the reason why the police officers are in the area for documentation purposes of mental health issue, illness, entrapment reasons, and for long-term, to make sure that the police officers are posted for safe passage of narcotics, especially when there's children involved and Hawthorne track race horses. Other than that, it's real quiet. So once again, please contact Internal Revenue Services incriminating that current mayor on misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. Once again, you saw the police officer and the phone being attacked twice electronically. And do not forget, January 8th, 2025, I filed a petition with a tax preparer, tax evasion, incriminating Nello Greco, main proprietor of 5132. Nello Greco and his nephew Anthony J. Loader, they panicked upon notification of bleeding on my brain by University of Illinois. Okay? So that's it. Other than that, we're going to continue waiting. And we did, looks like the police officer. All right. And this is after a series of planned attacks by Tennessee officials, physically, of course, just like you're looking here. As far as the water department meter reader, with a young teen, second character witness, riding along with the water meter reader individual. He was instructed to park there, same spot, and he was instructed to simply go underneath my window, and they were expecting me to follow him. And around the corner, when they returned back, they didn't buy anything, no paperwork, but obviously this was for entrapment purposes as well. All right, we're moving on. For now, we are waiting. And it just got real quiet. 7:19 a.m., July 1st, 2026, Wednesday morning, guys. Okay, not a bad start electronically. And of course, they are depending for me to respond electronically. And once again, on those dates I gave you, incriminating that current mayor, disregard of misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. Once I removed the items from the window, the attack was canceled on video, guys. Okay? So obviously, this is part of the process of entrapment purposes. Okay? State fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. All right, I got to get back to cooking. The birds are waiting for me. And pay close attention to the time frame. Obviously, these individuals are taking extra precaution. We do have a vehicle arriving. Bingo. Look who came back. And obviously, he will be serving customers. This is a reload. He just got back. And there's a nice parking spot right there. So hopefully he's going to park over here. Not sure. He looks like he's taking extra precaution. Backing up. Yeah, he looks like he will be backing up all the way toward Board of Education District 99 building. There you go. Okay, so obviously no parking space, but there's a parking space here. There's a parking space here. So all we have to do is wait for him to return back. He just arrived back, followed the time frame, and that's another reason why he's being instructed to park away from camera view to avoid the time stamp that allows us more information on the traveling distance, the reloading process, and how many times a day he's actually making deliveries. Okay, that's how they do it, to avoid the time stamp. Not by accident, not by coincidence. He's been instructed to hide his vehicle. Clearly, he can park right here. And this would have been a lot more easier for him. And especially with the hot weather. And now he's waiting for the command signal to return back to his home. You can clearly see there is a delayed response. He seems to be waiting inside the vehicle. And look at the time. 7:22 a.m., 7:22 a.m., Wednesday morning, July 1st. There he comes now. Okay, so let's see. This is the walk of shame. And this individual also broke the social acting oath. Bingo. Told you. He just got back from poisoning our community at an indoor-outdoor recreational facility golf course. On video. On video. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? So make sure you follow this timestamp. 7:22 a.m., 7:23 a.m., 7:23 a.m., Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. And obviously this individual, well, you can, his next deployment, the reason he doesn't leave the golf clubs inside his vehicle is because the narcotics are hidden inside the golf clubs, okay? That's a sure thing. Other than that, follow the time frame and we're going to find out how many times a day he is actually making deliveries, okay? Obviously, it's going to be difficult because he's hiding his vehicle. So all he has to do, when I go to the restroom, when I'm busy in the kitchen, all he has to do is run to his vehicle. And now, obviously, under the heavy camouflage, I won't be able to tell if he came in or out. The only way I can tell is if I leave the camera set like this, okay? So I can cover the female at 5130, and it's convenient for me now because her vehicle is parked there, and I have access to his front gate right there at 5132. All right, standing by. We do have tons of security officials responding, and once again, this is categorized as state fraud. Mental. Oh, there we go again. The police officer once again. It's a parade now. Now it's a parade, and you can clearly see the police officer is waiting for. This got real quiet. The police officers are here to be posted for safe passage of narcotics. Obviously, we have a lot of trap houses in the area. We have 5130. 5132. The dollar store owner, of course. The dollar store owner. More caution is being taken, okay? 5135, next door, basement. 5139, the female right here with the pink seats. Basement as well. Trap house. Gunshot to the front window. Brother and sister and child. Okay. Okay, that's so far so good. 7:25 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. We are in standby. Let's see. Standing by. Standing by. Not sure whose vehicle that is that just arrived. We are in standby. Waiting. Who is ready? Standing by. Standing by. Getting ready, guys. Now food. Let's see. Still waiting. Any movement? Standing by. Ready. Really ready, guys. Time to get the show on the road. Okay. 7:29 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. We're gonna put a little bait for organized crime. That's it. Getting ready, guys. It's time to make the magic happen. Get ready, guys. Release some bait for birds. And it looks like somebody placed a Corona beer bottle on the where the birds are being fed. There we go. On video. Small world. Okay. Put everything back. So I was able to capture on video, and you heard the beer bottle that was carefully placed on right there. You can clearly see it right there. That's the beer bottle right there that was placed right there where I feed the birds. And there's a lot of bright light harassment right here being directed at my face right there. See that? Alright, we're standing by. Obviously, I did go outside, but the police officers did not show up. Okay, this was a missed opportunity. I'm not sure quite why the attack didn't move forward. Obviously because of our surveillance. But it was clearly intended that way because of the beer bottle being placed there for that specific reason. Okay? On the platform that I'm feeding the birds. Okay? That's the intention right there. So we're standing by. Not quite sure what's going on. There seems to be a delay. There seems to be a delay, guys. Alright, so we do have the water for the birds. This is the beer bottle that was placed right there. Okay? It was placed right here. And this is the female clearly being instructed to park here for entrapment purposes. Okay? Intentions are very clear. Okay, homeowner Martinez. And we also have homeowner Martinez, white four-door Jeep right there. Okay. And that's where the individual parked his gray four-door truck to avoid our timestamp. Okay, that's it. Still waiting for the police officers to show up. I don't see nobody, guys. And we already placed the bait right there. This is for the birds. Still waiting for the police officers to show up. But this female does not live here. She lives exactly where that gray vehicle is parked at right there. Okay. It looks like they're keeping their distance. Looks like they're keeping their distance. Remember, the instructions are being given from the second floor, 5135, next door. Okay? Alright, still waiting, guys. Don't see no activity. But remember, the beer bottle was placed overnight right there. And we got it on video as I removed it. I simply pushed it away. Okay, that's the water for the birds. Still waiting. Plenty of water for the birds. It's hot. Remember, this is attacking the victim's psyche. This could be another reason why the police officers are not showing up, because this is attacking the victim's psyche. Okay, remember, it's meant for the victim to fear. Okay, it's meant for the victim to respond. Okay, so that right there, placing the beer bottle overnight right there, and the female being parked here. She doesn't live here. This is 5139. She lives at 5139. This is my address right here, 5133. Okay. Alright, I guess that's it. The attacks continue, and you can clearly see the motive behind it. The intent and the motive behind it. The police officers did not show up. Okay? The physical attack did not happen. Okay? So we're going to continue until we get these police officers on video passing by, and at the last second they chickened out. What is that? Intentions are very clear. All right. 7:37 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. A misuse of power, public safety, and a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. I went out there, the police officers clearly instructed to stay away. Okay? They're behind, the police officers, and San Francisco Mayor Larry Dominic is behind this trap. Right here, a planned physical attack, and you can clearly see the beer bottle on video that was placed right on top of where I feed the birds. And the female, obviously there as soon as I wake up in the morning. Okay? This is a provoked confrontation. Okay? There we go. Get involved, guys. It is worth your time and effort. History in the making. 7:38 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. Please be safe. Be mindful of your fireworks. Be mindful of your children and pets. Okay? Just because the firecrackers do not, that you might think it's a dud, it's not. Please subscribe to YouTube channel Tech Ingredients. This individual did have an accident with his face. The firework did explode right in his face. And obviously he survived it, and he wants to share this information with you. YouTube channel Tech Ingredients, detailed information, scientific facts regarding electronic harassment, equal exposure from microwave oven, x-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line. All right, that's it. Be mindful, be safe, and please continue supporting our channel. Obviously, the physical attacks continue, and Tennessee officials, once again, if you want to get rid of somebody, you attack the brain electronically. If you want to get away with the murder, just follow along how Tennessee officials are clearly demonstrating this, okay? This is a military-grade technology, high-tech surveillance monitor, Army apparatus tracking signal scanner device. We already have the individual returning back from the golf course, and him parking over there is not by coincidence. Plenty of parking over here, plenty of parking over here, but he was instructed to park all the way over there by Board of Education to avoid the time stamp, okay? There we go. 7:40 a.m. Wednesday morning. And a little community gang stalking confirms that, okay? 7:40 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. We are in standby. There's a reason for all of this, guys, okay? There's a reason for this. And obviously, Tennessee officials are working around the clock, around the clock, to make sure they're able to avoid any association or wrongdoing. This is their safety net. This is their safety net. Remember, my ex-wife responded by attacking the door, okay? She responded by attacking the door, okay? Look at how deep those gashes are. She responded by attacking the door. She responded because she couldn't get in, all right? This is the yard tool that she used, very lethal. She couldn't get in. I have a safety latch to allow me extra time to remove the items from the window. Very quiet. The door is locked. And you can see they have altered the window. They have altered the window to avoid any association, wrongdoing, or blame. See that? The window has been altered. Big mistake. Big mistake. See that? Big mistake. Trying to avoid any of this. See that? It's well documented why I'm covering up the window. Okay? Alan, my son, brought it up the other day. My son brought some type of film for the window, and he wanted to give me some. And I told him, for what? He says, so they won't bother you. I told him, nobody's bothering me. I told him. Nobody's bothering me. But he said, oh, but what's all that screaming? I said, I'm giving a play-by-play. YouTube channel. Obviously, my son doesn't watch my YouTube channel. He thinks it's not worthy enough. But obviously, this is regarding state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment, unsolved murder cases of identity theft Medicaid. Keep your eyes on me, guys. This is it. History in the making. All right, that's it. 7:42 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. We're still waiting for the police officers to show up. And obviously, it was called off. It was called off. The initiation, of course, to further attack my psyche, beer bottle, glass beer bottle was placed there, most likely by the Martinez family, right on the platform where I feed the birds. As you can see, the birds are getting close. I just give them the dough of the pizza, and I remove the cheese. Okay, so there you go. And they got plenty of water. We enjoyed their singing. Okay, we're animal lovers. All right, that's it, guys. Moving on. Looks like Thomas' officials are a little more calm now. 7:43 a.m. Wednesday morning, July 1st, 2026. So follow along the time frame. Once I turn over the video recorder, the female should be coming out next. She should be coming out next, making periodic deliveries, Hawthorne track race horses as well. The female will be coming up next. Okay, and I'm not quite sure the schedule of this female, but clearly she's been instructed to just leave her vehicle there for catfish purposes. Okay, and the vehicle across the street as well. That's it. History in the making.